Something about your love that makes me there's something about your love that makes me weak and knocks me off my feet, knocks me off my feet. I don't wanna go.
In the 80s, doing dozens of charity concerts for causes that he genuinely, truly believed in, not only the big flag-waving moments like Live Aid and the Freddie Mercury tribute, but also much smaller venues and much smaller concerts for causes such as the miners' strike and so on. Now, I've had a sneak preview of the playlist, and ladies, you'll be delighted to hear that
Up the gong.
This is the greatest award I've ever received, and I know these days radio is pretty much determined by where the money goes, but there are a lot of people in this room that over the years must have gone out on a limb for me or really supported me, and I truly thank you. Actually, without Elton, there's no way I'd be standing here, and I'm quite sure if this award had existed 10 years ago, Elton would have got it. He kind of was my world for about 3 or 4 years.
Hi everyone. Start out by saying thank you very much for coming today. I much appreciate it. There are rather more people here than we were expecting at the beginning of the week. I can't think why. Let me just say, just to let you know just how comfortable I am sitting here in front of you. Well, I've been up since 3 o'clock this morning, so if I start to nod off at any point, please make allowances. I think we'd better get one thing out of the way, actually, first, which is that I know a lot of people in this room would love to hear me talking about some of this week's George Michael news, but I'm afraid that's not going to happen. Not for any legal reason, not because I don't want to talk about it. I have plenty to say about the events of the last couple of days, but simply because the needs and the problems of the people we're here to talk about today are so massive compared to my minor irritations that I think it would be very inappropriate for me to address that today. So I won't be talking about Mr. Rodriguez today. I would actually, come to think of it, like to make a deal with the major tabloid newspapers in this country, if I can, here on the spot, which is that if we get sufficient and respectable and compassionate coverage of today's conference, and we manage to draw attention to the concerts next month, to Net